We're just trying to make sure we have a best friend for this. Here, my name is Jopis Clean. I work with Next Radio, NBS TV, NBS Plus, among so many other Next Media brands. And I'm also host of Nyege Nyege, MC host with Sheila Salter, who is not with us today here. But she's definitely a champion in her own right. Yes, so Ali, it's very good to see you again. It's very good to see you. Should they have this microphone as well? Yeah? Where you're the busiest, where you go up and down. So I'm excited to hear what you have to say and how you have to answer our questions. Our first question will be, you know, we've been partnering with Nyege Nyege for a very long time. I would like you to simply get us through the venue, the dates, maybe some production, and maybe the ticket prices, so that we kill the bull from the head.
Yeah, man. It's always a pleasure to be the official event company of Nyege Nyege. Partnering with Nyege Nyege for the last 8 years. It's been a great journey, and it keeps getting better and better every year. This year again is going to be another very special event. It's happening from the 14th to 17th of November. There's going to be 7 stages, 300 acts, a beautiful site right on the shores of the River Nile at the Jinja Golf Club. It's going to be 3 days of non-stop fun with a lot of different experiences. We're going to ensure a safe and sound experience with lots of surprises in terms of production and stages and lineups, which we're going to talk more about. And there's a whole Nyege in the City experience as well that Derek's going to elaborate more on. Tickets are already on sale. They've been on sale for quite some time. There's an early bird special that's going on to the 31st. And you can get those at nyegenyege.com. And yeah, tell me what else you want to know, my friend.
What I would like to know is, the fact that Nyege Nyege is always introducing us to so many beautiful acts. Matter of fact, every time I go to Nyege Nyege, I'm looking for who the future is. So I'm actually looking for people that we do not know. But most Ugandans love their Ugandan artists, and would like to know who is on the list for our Ugandan superstars.
Well, we have a whole bunch. I'm going to announce just a few of them today. Some of them include Kenneth Mugabe, Pia Pounds, Rachel Ray, Zex, DJ Alicia, Vans, Forever Etania, Dennisy, Alideki Bryan, of course yourself, Joe Quiz, Sheila Salta, and so many more. We're going to be dropping the local lineup in the next few days, and it's going to be another exciting announcement. But that's just a tease about what we have coming.
Yeah. Every time there's a conversation of we are having or we are not having Nyege Nyege, in my heart I'm always thinking of, what are the pros and cons? So my question here being, what is the economic impact? What do you, as Talent Africa, expect Nyege Nyege to do to the people of Jinja and the whole, village together?
There's a huge economic impact of Nyege Nyege. I mean, first of all, it's the biggest tourism event in Uganda. There's no other weekend that registers as many visas at Entebbe Airport than any other day in the calendar. We sell out all the hotels in Jinja, in Jeru, and all the surrounding areas. We fill up the city, the restaurants, the bars, the shops, the boda bodas, the craft markets. Everyone is busy that weekend, and they make business like they haven't made on any other weekend. There's a lot of job creation. Through the festival itself, on the site, there's 2,000 people working, and another 2,000 who are working off the site. So it's a huge job creation. Local procurement, we have goods and services from local suppliers. There's also a tax revenue that the URA gains through the festival. So there's a lot of economic benefits, actually.
Nice, thank you so much. If you have any questions for Ali, note them down. When we're done with the panel, we'll definitely come back to Ali. It does make sense, the spirit that does bind us. Please, again, tell us why are we partnering with Nyege Nyege again, and if you can recollect how many other Nyege Nyeges have we had, in your opinion.
Thank you. Good evening, Uganda.
Good evening, sir.
First of all, I'm very excited that we are part of the 9th edition. of Nyege Nyege. And I'll tell you, it's not a surprise that we still have hung around with this partnership for that long. And I think for most of the 9 years, we've been part of the 8. And it's very clear.
Wow. What happened on the 1?
That was the birth.
That was the first one.
That was the experiment.
Oh, I see.
Yeah, but I think when you think about even the onset of Nyege Nyege, it taps into a lot of own Ugandan entrepreneurial spirit, and a brand like ours, which celebrates the most authentic Ugandan experiences, and like you rightly called it out, the spirit that binds us. That's what Nyege Nyege does. It's a cultural melting point that we have in Jinja, showcasing a lot of our arts, a lot of our culture, a lot of our musicians, and I'm glad that whenever Nyege Nyege is happening, we're headlining with most upcoming artists to give them that much needed platform. So for us, it's a perfect fit for our brand, but most important, it does answer a lot of questions for our consumers who are looking for those authentic Ugandan experiences where they can gather and freely express themselves.
Nice. So every time, like today, we're looking forward to the main lineup, main stage, Nyege Nyege. But as Uganda Waraji, you always have your own distinct and visible experience. How are you going to be activating Uganda Waraji at the festival? What would come to my mind is there has to be a Uganda Waraji stage. So is it going to be there? And how is the vibe going to be like on that stage in particular?
So like we've always done in the past, we're in the business of celebrating life everywhere and every day, right? We're definitely going to give you an amazing experience. There will be a grand stage which we shall be collaborating with the organizers, where you'll have the best of Uganda Waraji experience that you can see. And I think what we'll add to that this time around is the experience will not just be for the night experience. We have an amazing fun pack which will come to life in the day and also extend beyond just the festival into the town. And that's what I love about this specific edition. So you'll have one of the experiences you haven't seen before that will be also underpinned by Uganda Waraji as a brand.
From the lineup that Ali gave us, or maybe you might have read some other Nyege Nyege people, who are you most excited to watch for this experience?
I won't pick a name here because I'm looking forward to getting a lot of Ugandan musicians' experiences when I'm in Nyege Nyege. So mine is a blank canvas. I'm ready to paint it with whoever is going to excite me.
I like that. You're going to have a good time. Have you been to Nyege Nyege, of course?
Yep.
What is most fun for you aside of Uganda Waraji? Don't mention Uganda Waraji in this answer. Apart from Uganda Waraji, what do you love to do as a person?
I think for me it's the kind of free spirit it evokes when you're in Nyege Nyege. I mean, the last time I was there, I think I was up and about till 5 a.m. I didn't notice I was on my feet since 8 p.m. to 5 a.m. So I definitely love the fact that I'll be a very free spirit, free to do what I want, free to enjoy Uganda Waraji, even if you don't want me to mention it.
Yes.
Yeah, but most important, I definitely look forward to seeing what our creatives can bring forward and seeing how they can interact a lot with our brands in service of our consumers.
Thank you so much, Mr. Francis. Definitely is nice talking to you. Let's now talk to, please, you can feel free to clap for Mr. Francis. Guys, we're now going to make a conversation that we've had around Nyege Nyege and Jinja City as well. How are you, ma'am? And how is Jinja as we speak?
How are you, sir?
Good, thank you.
Nice to be here. Good evening to you all. Once again, I'm called Sarah. I'm here to represent India City as a whole.
Nice. All right, when she's done, I hope we can do better on the clapping because I feel like Jinja City has been really nice to Nyege Nyege for so many years. I keep waiting, maybe they will change the location, but there's no better location than the source of the Nile. You have a very beautiful place, so again, we are very happy to have you here. How does Jinja City view the whole Nyege Nyege festival in aligning to the whole cultural essence of the whole district, I don't know if you just call it the whole district or if it's the whole region. How do they align together with what Nyege Nyege stands for?
Yes, first of all, Nyege Nyege as a festival, it really aligns with the vision of Ginger City. Because the Ginger City vision is, it enhances tourism. Tourism as the major mission for Ginger City. So it enhances tourism promotion. So you find that Nyege Nyege as an event, a festival, an annual event, now we are terming it as annual. It really enhances, it goes with the vision of Ginger City to enhance tourism promotion and local economic development within the area.
Nice. How is Ginger City or the council, the leaders of Ginger, how are they helping Nyege Nyege to make it easier for the festival and for the people?
By the way, Ginger City political leadership is so positive about this event because it has so much impact, positive impact with the community within Ginger. There are so many activities which take place in Ginger, which benefits political leadership and the technical side, plus the community as whole. One, because when it comes political leadership, if Nyege Nyege Ali does not have the support of political leadership, it's bound to fail. You have to enhance and you bring together the stakeholders within the city. So you find that it has, because this political leadership, it has a diversity of cultural diversity. We have a cultural diversity. There are so many cultures within Ginger City.
Even our Zungu people love to stay in Ginger
Exactly.
so much.
It's across Bazungu, Indians, Chinese, all, and the culture, the traditional cultural tribes within Uganda. They are
Yes.
within the city.
Madam Sarah, is Ginger City ready for Nyege Nyege?
True, it's very ready for Nyege Nyege.
I like that your answer was coming in before the questions.
It's very ready for Nyege Nyege event. And all the hotels and lodges, guest houses are ready for Nyege Nyege.
I heard
Because it accrues to the revenue of the city. When it comes to local hotel tax, it's being collected and it's realized during that time. Because every hotel, every breakfast and bed, houses, they all work during that time. It's not that it's a one event and it is specifically to one individual. It cuts across.
Thank you so much. We cannot wait to come to Nyege Nyege. Will you be attending Nyege Nyege?
Why not?
I thank you. I thank you so much. Please clap for Madam Sarah. She will be attending Nyege Nyege. I like that. I really love that everyone is always gearing for Nyege Nyege, regardless of, political position, age, tribe, place. We're all geared for Nyege Nyege. Now to the main champion, Derek, go on. Good. You need a microphone for this. Thank you so much. How are you, Derek?
I'm really, really excited. I'm happy. You know, we took a bit of time to announce all the fine details of this year's edition, but now we're locked in, so ready to go.
Nice. You guys have been doing Nyege activation parties, getting people geared up for Nyege. How has that been for you, and what are some of the places that you felt like, yeah, Nyege Nyege 2024 is alive?
Yeah, I mean, last Saturday we were in Gulu at the D Plus Lounge, collaborating with a local festival there called Wewa Festival. And we've been collaborating with different festivals across the country, and that was a great lounge. We heard some Dingy Dingy, some Raka Raka, we had some Afro House, some artists from Kampala also joining in, and just getting people up north geared up to the festival. The weekend before we were in Nairobi, not forgetting the Kenyan family, making sure that everybody's aware over there. That was great. We came in with about 8 Ugandan artists and some artists from Tanzania, just raising the hype. Next weekend we're going to be in Mbarara, then we're going to be in Mbare, making sure everybody's locked in.
Wow, this is a little unscripted, but there are people who are calling me about it. They have like a transportation from Mbarara. There are people who are trying to come together. Have you heard about such people?
Yeah. There's party buses and
Party buses, yes.
Of course, we don't. The festival can't cater and organize every single thing. So there's a lot of entrepreneurs coming together locking in a hotel in Jinja, getting their friends together, organizing these little warm-up parties, bringing one bus, two bus, three buses, and just making sure that the whole country is represented.
Nice. So people are putting themselves together to plan on how to come. I like that. Why are we calling this the Afro Galactic Carnival? It is really powerful as well while I say it. Why do we have Afro Galactic Carnival, and what does it mean?
Yeah, I mean, it's one of those themes where everybody sort of owns it in their own way. For me, it's a combination of the past and the future. It's a combination of space and the cosmic elements, the planets. Like, we're gearing up for, going as far as we can. But also, it's African in essence, and this year, we're really putting an emphasis on culture. Not only food, but also crafts, storytelling, history, philosophy, beliefs. There's a lot of people that have different sort of upbringings in the country, and that's what makes Nyege Nyege very rich. And recently I saw in the papers, on the basis of the census, that some tribes are even disappearing. Yeah. Some languages are disappearing, and this is why we thought, we need to look into the future, but we also need to look into the past and the present and see how these things combine. And Carnival, because it's going to be a crazy, crazy carnival. Everybody's going to bring their crazy ideas about what they feel is the future, what is like their sort of alien self, just encourage people to make up their own evaluation of the theme.
Yeah, I like the word carnival because of how the outfits are going to look like. If the girls choose to dress up at the carnival, we're definitely going to have a good time. As somebody who has been with Nyege Nyege from before it was born, tell us a little bit about the journey and how it's transcended to 2024 from the very beginning.
Yeah, I mean, Nyege Nyege started in Bunga around 2014, and in a very Pan-African neighborhood, I can say. And it started from hip-hop, dancehall, MC culture, ciphers, and basically people, especially artists, that were looking for different sounds, and they weren't really getting exposed in the clubs at the time, on the TVs, on the radios. So they found in our parties a sort of way to express themselves. And that's how things got started. A lot of women getting, to get into DJing for the first time, conscious hip-hop, MCs, getting the microphone when they weren't really getting it in other places. Then also figuring out like hybrid sounds, how to combine traditional with electronic. And also, Kampala attracts people from all over the country, from all over the world, and all over Africa. And I think Nyege Nyege in our parties at the time really encompassed that. You found the Ethiopians, the Congolese, but you also found the Acholi DJ, and you found the Kadodi DJ, and you found just a mix of people that felt like they needed space. And Nyege Nyege has always been about creating space for everyone and making sure that everybody feels free and good and represented, and that it also creates opportunity across the board.
What new activities are there at Nyege Nyege that for people who have been to Nyege Nyege, they feel like, oh man, am I going to do this thing again? How has it been spiced up for people to feel like, you know what, this is another one I cannot miss?
Chris, this is a 1 hour long question.
Okay,
we're going to have to sum it up, but this year,
yeah,
we're changing the game when it comes to festivals, and basically what is going to happen is that we found that now that we're in the city, people used to stay in their hotel too long in the daytime. And Nyege Nyege is 24/7, we have programs all the time, Akuna Kurara. So, but we found that people would come back to the sites like around 6 p.m., 7 p.m. So we said, you know what, let's just shut down at 8 a.m. and we open up the entire city. And that's the big difference. So we're going to have the 7 stages on the river, your whole like experience from 3 p.m. to 8 a.m. But now from 8 a.m., we're opening up in the city with more than 25 different stages and activities. It's going to be
around the
nuts,
city.
Nuts, everywhere, everywhere. And it literally goes from tuk-tuk parties, boat parties, whiskey tasting, fine dining brunches, bird watching, history tours of the city. Name it, you have it. We're going to have, cinemas opening up. We're going to have, panels and workshops, and we're going to have like, so basically you're going to wake up and you're gonna have this map that tells you there's 25 different things going around in Jinja City. And we're working with people in Jinja. We've opened up, basically we had a call. We said, look, if you're doing anything in Jinja that is worth people going to, we're gonna send you people. If you're at a railway museum, we're gonna send you people. If you're doing a disco party, we're gonna send you people. If you have a great restaurant, we're gonna send you people. And that's what we're about this year. Is in the night we all gather together and we party on the Nile. But in the day, we see what is happening in Jinja City. For example, we have one event called the Sudanese Pavilion, financed by the Danish Embassy. And that's going to highlight, there's a crazy things happening in Sudan right now. 11 million people are displaced. That means we have a lot of artists. Remember, Uganda is the #1 country in the world that welcomes refugees. But when we think of refugees, we think of just like people moving with their families, this and that. But there's also artists, intellectuals. So we're going to give space to these people to bring their food, their crafts, their music, this and that. So we're really going to make sure that in the daytime there's so many things to do and really rethink what's a festival. A festival is about getting together, learning new things, making new friends, and expanding your mind onto what's possible. And that's what this year is going to be about.
Wow, you got me right there.
You're
Even as the host of the festival, you got me right there, man. You did explain everything. Lastly, for my list of questions, how do you put together, how do you curate the whole Nyege Nyege experience in terms of the talent? Because I've met so many DJs at Nyege Nyege, and the next year I'm seeing they are performing in Berlin. I'm like, bruh, how did they do this? I've seen even Ugandan artists, for example, even Joshua Baraka, before he blew up, Malcolm was saying this the other day, people experienced him at Nyege Nyege before he blew. So tell me, how do you put together the list? How do you say we finalized on the list? And I know it's been too much work for you and the team at Talent Africa, cancelling and adding and doing all that. So what is the criteria, let's say, for an artist or for anyone who's wondering, how do they do this?
I mean, first of all, there's an open door policy. If you have new music, if you're upcoming, wherever you are, you can always send us music, and we're always open, we're always going to listen. Then it's really about keeping an ear on the ground, making sure, let me say for traditional music, all year long, we travel the country, we see who's doing what are the acts that we want to bring. Then we work with different collectives. Let me say, Buddha Stage, Expressions, Bantu Vibes. All of these are young collectives that are, there's We Are One, Soul Tribe. There's all these different collectives that are constantly bringing out new artists. So we check on them, we ask them. Then we also ask our sponsors, they're all about the party. They have their ear on the ground. We ask, what do you guys think? Who should we bring? Who should be the headliners? And we ask the public, people that come every year to the festival, who do you want to see? So we really try and source as much information from everyone, and then we try and add also an extra spice. Like for example, this year we have this band coming from Japan, the legendary band from Japan. We have this 75-year-old lady from France. She plays this instrument from the medieval times. She's gonna be there. We've got the world champion of whistling from Sudan. He's coming.
There's a world champion of whistling?
There is. And if you're going to hear him, your heart is going to cry. Bro, like the program, it's magic. We just try and see and also make sure we give opportunities to artists that people don't really know. And that's always a challenge. I have to say, Ugandans, sometimes they just want to know what they know. But now, Nyege Nyege is about what you don't know. And we want to get excited. It's not about, Elijah or Joshua or Cindy or this one or that one is going to be there. Okay, there's those but we want people to get excited about those they don't know, because like you said, 2022, Joshua Baraka is playing at the Bantu Vibe stage. Nobody knows who he is. 2 years later, he's one of our biggest stars. That's what Nyege Nyege is about. Nyege Nyege is about putting you up there when nobody cares about you, and because in the future you're going to be big. And whoever you're going to see this year at Nyege Nyege, trust, we've got some stars in the making.
Wow, make some noise for the champion. Yes, it starts right here. How many people are convinced to go for this? All right, this is a good sample. Thank you guys. We're definitely convinced. Before I let them go, photographers, if you'd like to take some pictures, but before that again, some questions. And right before the questions, I'd like Ali to go through the prices again and where to get the tickets and when the early bird tickets will be coming to an end.
I can also jump into that.
I'm going to let Derek answer on the tickets, but before I do that, I just want to give a big round of thanks to our sponsors who make Nyege Nyege possible. Uganda Waraji, thank you for being with us, UBL for the last 8 years, NRG Radio, MTN, and MTN Momo, definitely the Ministry of Tourism, Wildlife, and Antiquities, the Busoga Kingdom, the Jinja City Council, Nyege Nyege Tapes, and NBS. You guys have been with us a long time. We've been with all these partners for multiple years. I just want to give a word of thanks to them for continuing to support Nyege Nyege and Talent Africa. Thank you very much.
We thank you so much. The Uganda Waraji Nyege Nyege 2024.
You know, it's coming, and it's gonna dwarf every previous edition. You know, this is like a whale landing on the beach.
All right, so the price, the ticket prices.
So the price right now, it's only 200,000 shillings, taxes included. Big up to the URA. So, you know, we make sure, you know, something is going back to the community there. And it's 200,000 for 4 days. Even if you're just going to come to 2 days to the festival, it's still better to buy the early bird ticket right now. So that's very important. So, you know, you make sure that, you know, you got that that little kitty ready for that, you know. And after that, we're gonna have weekend tickets and daytime tickets at the gate. So it's really best to get an early bird up to the end of the week. And you know, I can say that, you know, you should really get that ticket, because without the tickets, without people buying tickets, we can't do this. You know, so we would just be down to basically remaining stoic, you know, and not be able to move if it wasn't for people actually supporting. So, you know, we really want people to see that, you know, more than attending an event, they're supporting a movement, you know, and that movement is Nyege Nyege, and it can't exist with 300 artists, with all the decoration, with all the events. It doesn't work without people contributing a ticket. So we know it's still expensive, but at the same time, when you get other events in Kampala right now, I feel like 4 days, the kind of entertainment that people are getting day and night, you know, it's a gift. So go for it.
Definitely worth it. The 31st of November will be the deadline for the early bird ticket. Yes? October. Oh,
the time is up.
God.
We're dropping time here.
Yes, the 31st of October will be the deadline for the early bird tickets. So go get them, because they're definitely worth it. Like he says, even if you're only going for the 2 days or the weekend, you definitely need the early bird. It's cheaper than all of those options, and there's no mercy at the gate. You hear me? You get to pay a lot more money. So let's plan ahead.
And Jacques, let me just, you know, re-emphasize what Ali said about our partnerships. And you know, we have a lot of partners, but it is very true that Uganda Waraji is our title sponsor, and they're the ones making this event happen. And when it comes to media, NBS and Energy have been there. They're making noise, they're running ads, they're running radios. That has tremendous value to the festival. And you know, from the bottom of my heart, on the behalf of our entire community, all the artists that get showcased, the people that are getting jobs, thank you for making this happen. And thank you for the city of Jinja for being our host. Thank you.
All right, so we're going to take some photos, and I'll be inviting our second panel, and we ask them some questions, unless, of course, you do have some questions which we'd like to answer before we can continue. Any questions?
Security concerns with UK and US. This time around, we have a problem with imports. How are you going to deal with this issue that is arising concerning the event?
So in terms of security, we work very closely with all the government security agencies to make sure the event is safe and protected at all times. For example, last year there was a terrorist threat, not only on Nyege, but on the whole country. There was a lot of stuff going on, but the way that the police, the UPDF, and all the government agencies deployed was very good. The security was the safest edition ever at the festival. So we'll continue to work closely with our internal security teams and the government security teams to always make sure that the festival is absolutely safe for everyone who attends. Thank you. Yeah, definitely. We'll definitely engage with the Ministry of Health, and we'll take their guidance on that as well. Yeah, for sure.
Thank you so much. If you could stand so they could take some photos, and then we. Thank you so much. Thank you. All right, so let's. First of all, I remember the MTN Nyege Nyege days. MTN has always been part of Nyege Nyege each and every year. You're showcasing there. What is special about Nyege Nyege and MTN that you guys are?
Okay, well, we are thrilled to be working with Nyege Nyege as the ticketing partner for MTN Nyege Nyege, a festival that celebrates the culture and the music with the attendees from different parts of the world. Our partnership with Nyege Nyege showcases our mission as MTN Mobile Money for financial inclusion, whereby we extend the cashless and seamless payment environment to extend the cashless environment and push.
I really like that. I love that when I'm a Nyege Nyege personally, I'm always paying with MTN Mobile Money, and that just makes it easier, you know. Having said that, what are some of the procedures for people to use MTN Momo?
Okay, well, MTN Momo, you can purchase your tickets via MTN Mobile app. You can also use the USSD, which is *165 *20# hash, and you can purchase the ticket. And the good thing about this is that when you purchase your ticket, starting 31st of October, the ticket will be discounted and it will be running for 150,000.
Wow. Say that again. There are tickets at 150,000 now, before 31st October or after?
31st October, the tickets will be sold off the Momo app at 150,000.
On that day?
Yes. So we urge you to purchase these tickets while they are still available.
Nice, thank you so much. That is a very good one to note, because that is even cheaper than early bird tickets, which is definitely amazing. You know, what is your favorite Nyege Nyege vibe? What do you look forward to as a champion yourself, a personal opinion?
Well, with Nyege Nyege, one, I look forward to the crazy discounts, because I will still be discounting at the different vendor points. You'll be able to purchase your snacks, your drinks at a discount, and receive crazy discounts at the different vendor points. So I'm looking out for that experience, that excitement. Two, the free-spirited people around Nyege Nyege, like whoever you find, are really free-spirited, and the different experiences that are always in Nyege Nyege. I'm looking forward to that.
Nice. Thank you so much. I did not catch your name, please.
Jonathan Lomo.
Jonathan. It's a pleasure.
A pleasure.
Make some noise for Jonathan from MTN Momo, ladies and gentlemen.
Jonathan?
Yes, please. You want to turn it on?
Go.
All right, it's good to see you.
Good to see you too.
Nice. Please introduce yourself.
My name's Kevin. I'm the Group Program Director of Energy Radio in the group.
Yes, Energy Radio, starting from the previously concluded the Nyege Nyege 2023.
Correct.
We had a good time.
We had an amazing time.
You guys covered the whole place with NRG, the vibe and all. What are you bringing to this year's Nyege Nyege?
Well, of course, first of all, we're going to try and get a huge amount of people there by advertising it. And of course, we're going to bring some great vibe, better than we did last year. Better than we did last year.
That's...
It was high.
Yeah.
It was really high.
The bar is really high.
Yeah.
All right.
So this year, it's bigger and better.
Bigger and better.
Yep.
NRG, do we have some of your talent rocking the stage? Which one of those will be rocking stage?
I believe so. We haven't actually finally put the details together yet, but I know that King Hani is going to sing. She rocked Oberfest a few weeks ago. I think Vans is going to be there. I think Sean Preezy is also going to be there as well. That's just three of them that I know is going to be there, and also Tanya as well. I think.
Niceness. The lineup definitely looks amazing. You know, last time you had like a radio-like stage and a set, and when I was looking at the program, I saw NRG space, quite big. What are you planning for that space?
You'll have to wait and see. You will have to wait and see. We're trying to keep it secret. We're still putting some final plans together now as we speak, so you'll have to wait and see. It's a big secret.
All right, so Kevin, what do you enjoy most about Nyege Nyege personally?
Do you know, I just enjoy the camaraderie. I mean, it's a really, really great event. I enjoy spending a bit of time and chilling with people, chatting, and actually chatting to people from all over the world, which is great. Last year, I was speaking to a group from Denmark. I was speaking to a group from South Sudan. So it's actually a great vibe. For me, it's a great world festival, which is just amazing.
Niceness. Is there something you'd like to tell the people from NRG before I let you go?
Apart from make sure that you're there and make sure that you come well equipped and you're expected to stay for 3 nights. And that's about it, really. It's going to be a great festival.
Niceness. I really can't wait to see what you can do that can top last year's.
Well, you'll have to wait. You'll have to wait and see.
Yes, I. Thank you so much.
Okay, thank you.
All right. I think we're done here. Make some noise for Kevin, ladies and gentlemen. Yes, sir. Yeah, man. NRG, new force in town, of course. We do have NBS Plus as well, Talent Africa, Nyege Nyege tapes. The vibe is still on. DJ, if you could give me 20 seconds. Thank you. I'm not coming to work today. We do have just one more person. Then I can let us enjoy more cocktails. And I see NBS and Yuka, they're doing interviews. Feel free to talk to them. And let's get the word out that Nyege Nyege is happening. Sorry. That Uganda Waraj Nyege Nyege is happening. I'll be talking to Mukama Ben, who is a community manager inclined on religion. Just because of, I think, the previous conversations that we're having. Champion Ben, please come on stage. I'm really happy that we're having someone inclined to religion to talk to here at Nyege Nyege, just because of what has been happening. But please explain, introduce yourself.
Good evening.
Good evening.
My name is Bernard Mukama. I live in Jinja. I would love to say Abasoga Muriyo, Muri Mutiaye. The issue of religion with Nyege Nyege, it's kind of a tricky sport, but people need to appreciate it in a different sense. That one, there is diversity, and diversity in this sense, we're looking at the different cultures, different perspectives that come along with the festival. And then we have to appreciate that the author of life is a designer in this. And the uniqueness that comes with the author of life is when we see someone with a different style, someone in a different way. Where we come from, you see that when young kids see a foreign national, they'll say Muzungu, or some will run away. But the more they interface, the more we interact with society, we appreciate that there's a uniqueness. That is the beauty of the creator. So people need to appreciate that this is not just about what they think. When they narrow their thinking, then they forget that the creator is behind everything.
So having said that, would you say, because I've had some religious leaders make comments about Nyege Nyege, and it is not the first time, they have always made comments about Nyege Nyege. As somebody who is from Jinja, you've heard about Nyege Nyege before, and you're inclined in God and religion. Would you explain to me if or if not it is against God's will to attend or not to attend Nyege Nyege?
it's about how people view it in a sense of what is morally upright. But that is a question that we can debate in different ways. I think the biggest challenge is much about the language, because the language of Nyege Nyege is something that the local person is not understanding. So my word to Ali is, how do we package the messages for the people to understand, to connect with the language itself? Because when you keep it just in English, then a person from, let's say, Budonda will not understand, apart from just saying Nyege Nyege. So I think we need to be able to connect the language that people can understand what values are we talking about. Derek was talking about very beautiful values in terms of the diversity, the culture, how it complements the life about people. So unless you're saying life is away from the reality, then it's different.
Nice, thank you so much. If you read in between his lines, you'll find your answer.
Thank you.
And it's definitely a pleasure. Have you attended Nyege Nyege yourself?
No, I'm excited. Sometime I'll try it out.
Well, between the 14th and 17th, please, you're welcome. Let's have a great time. As somebody who hosts Nyege Nyege every year for the last, I think, 4 years, we even did some Nyege Nyege in between COVID-19. I am a Christian myself, and honestly speaking, if it was that, I would have made a more informed decision to say, anything that is diverting me from my God, I'm not going. But as a Christian, I've been to Nyege Nyege a couple of times, and yeah, I'm just fine. I'm still a Christian. I still believe and love my God. So it's a pleasure, Ben, to have a conversation with you. Thank you so much. This was definitely a conversation we are lucky to have had here today. Ladies and gentlemen, the Uganda Waraji Nyege Nyege Afro-Galactic Carnival is happening on the 14th to the 17th of November 2024, Ginger Golf Course. And yes, it is online right now. To get your tickets, www.nyegenyege.com/tickets. Talent Africa, NBS, NRG Radio, the Kingdom of Busoga, Ministry of Tourism and Heritage, MTN Momo from MTN. We definitely do say thank you, and thank you so much. We cannot wait for the fun to begin. And with authority entrusted to me, I can say you can start your official preparations for Nyege Nyege. Thank you so much.
La camera.
Easy, you have a picture?
What am I doing, shorty? What? Do shorty, what? No, you don't know.